Seems good. Okay, well, that's a little crooked. Whew. Turn on the old chat there. Is that on or off? I think it's on. So, what's up, man? That was fast. I didn't. I also thought it was going to take me 5 minutes, but it didn't. So I have a real Bermuda update today instead of just talking about how I might have an update. It's not that hot out here, man, but it is humid. It's like, oh, it's already 80. Never mind, it's kind of hot. Or at least hot in the direct sun, which is where I just was. So I guess before I show everybody, when somebody else hops in here, I decided I'm done with the sprinklers on the Bermuda. A lot has grown in. I'm going to leave it. It'll spread. It'll be fine. Sitting on a stick. It'll grow in. It'll be fine, I think. Plus now we're hitting the near 100 here today. Wow. Oh, on Monday? Well, we hit 106 on Thursday. That weren't not fun, tell you what. I know that over the next like 10 days we're supposed to basically get rain almost every day, or at least there's a chance of rain almost every day. I don't trust the weather because yesterday there was a 0% chance of rain and we got like ½ inch last night. Didn't expect it. Was planning to water today. Now I ain't. So that's pretty tight. Anything over 75 sucks. Yeah, well, it depends on the humidity. As far as I know, I know that we're very high in humidity here, and you probably are too, considering how like wet everything is over there. Because like, I don't know, even on a cool day, like right here in the back, it's probably closer to like 75. Where in the front, where my thermostat thing is, or thermometer is, it's in the sun, so it's probably closer to actually 80 over there. But normally our humidity is like in the 80s, 80% anyway. Even in the winter it gets down to like 40%. So humidity makes everything suck so much more. It just really drives whatever temperature it is just deep in the skin. Oh, sorry, I got a notification here. Anywho, I think everyone understands how humidity works. Or you're the only one here, so. But yeah, so I was mowing. So what I did was I moved all the sprinklers because, like I said, over the next 10 days, we're supposed to get scattered, isolated thunderstorms all over the place, chances anyway. So I'm just going to let it water in. So I took the Toro over there at 1.5 inches, because if I go to 1 inch, it scalps in too many spots and it looks terrible and it bogs down. So I took it at 1.5 inches, bagged, got rid of all what was there. And then I took the reel, the Earthwise, at 1 inch mode over there. And I'm probably going to have to do the same thing again in a couple days because it did a terrible cut because, you know, it's chopping through thick weeds, thin grass, whatever. Also, before that, I reel mowed back here with the Earthwise, did a double cut, and it looks really good. I stopped using the Automower. I was telling Starperman about this on Instagram, but I stopped using the Automower because I've been noticing that it's been tearing the grass blades, and I couldn't figure out why. Oh yeah, you just reel mowed it tight. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm sure you posted a video already. I'm terrible at keeping up with videos because I'll see the notification, and if it's alive, I'll try to jump on. If it's not, then I'll go, oh, I'll watch it later. Because normally when I get the notification, I'm either at work or I'm playing with the kids, and then I just never end up watching it later. I named myself Lazy Lawns for a reason. I just procrastinate kind of everything. Excuse me. So sorry about that, Nate. I'll catch up on it. No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Well, then send me a picture or something, man. I would love to see it. Well, what reel mower do you have? I don't remember. Do you also have the Earthwise, or do you have like a Senjo or something? I don't know why I don't remember that. Of course, I barely remember the name of mine. So whatever. Anywho. So I real mowed over there, I real mowed back here, and it dramatically improved. Scott's. Okay, yeah, you have a Scott's. Yeah, okay. I knew you had a wider one, so I didn't think you had the Earthwise, but I couldn't remember if you had a Sunjoe or... Doesn't Greenworks also make a 20-inch, but I think it's a 4-blade. I would never want to buy a 4-blade. Like, I know they all have their uses and stuff, but 5-blade or up is all I want to get, because I want that cut to be really, I don't know, good. Oh yeah, the Automower was tearing blades, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, I got 2 huge trees back here. That's a pretty stupid place to put an Automower if I'm having it run every day and not coming over here and checking the yard for sticks all day long. So there were sticks, there was squirrels were dropping nutshells and stuff. Just so the blades kept tearing up. I had to replace the blades like every week. So that's, I mean, if you get the non-Husqvarna blades, like a 6-pack of Husqvarna blades, which is 2 sets, is like 25 bucks. So I was getting a pack on Amazon that was like 25 bucks for like 50 blades or something like that. Maybe it was 60 blades. Anyway, so I have like 8 sets in there, but I've had to change them every week now because the mower just kept going over stuff that I couldn't stay on top of. So I parked it for now. When I can keep a better eye on what's in the lawn, then I'll turn it back on. But since I have a job and I don't spend all day every day out here, especially when it's 95 degrees, there's a good chance I might just not turn it back on, and I'll just stick with the Earthwise back here. And I'm still trying to sell it, so hopefully somebody just buys it and I don't have to worry about it. And like I said, this fall I'm going to rip out the line anyway so I can actually really aerate properly without having to worry about cutting that line. So seed stock's tearing maybe? Nope. I checked that and it's straight up tearing, and I'll show you here. Also, you'll never own anything from Greenworks. I'm sure there's a story there, but let me flip the old camera here. Where is it? Flip. So here's an example. This also is, stressed out and stuff, but let's see if I can find a bit. Here we go. See, look at that. Boop. You gonna focus? There we go. Look at that. Look how ripped that is. So that all over the whole lawn in super high heat and no water, or watering as much as I can, but I just now got my watering really, really down. The whole lawn looked terrible. Let me show you, see if I can find a spot that still doesn't look great. Let me flip. Oop. Get out of here, bird. Get out of here. Well, here's a good example. Like it's just a strip all the way down to there, which doesn't look that great either. It's improved, but it still doesn't look great. Look at this. And we also got the lilac here, so I think it also steals some water, but this is how the whole lawn looked. And now, after like 2.5 weeks, I still got a strip here along the fence. And that's the spot that gets the most sun, so that's also not that shocking. Because like I said, torn leaf blades, heat, and sun, that's gonna, it's gonna make for a bad situation, which it did. It is improving though. And then like, all this just looks fantastic now. I still got thin spots, but things are filling in. My tiger lilies started blooming. I need to actually make this a bed, but I need to rip out that little stump, and the Automower line's running right here. So when I tear it out is when I'm gonna actually design my bed here, because I want to do it on both sides of this fence and have it come up to this post. And I realized that I need to back up so you can actually see it. Hold on, Sonny, I'm getting there. But I'm going to have my bed kind of curve in like that and then stop at this post by the gate so I can not worry about having to put stones in or something for the gate. And then on the other side of the fence I'm going to do the same thing, wrap it around to this post. And I know I just ripped out a bed on the other side there, but actually while we're here, I know I showed this to you, Nate, but let's show everyone else. Well, this side's not the best way to do it. Let me go to the other side of the fence. Excuse me. So you can tell that this front is neglected. I'm just letting it go dormant, do whatever it wants. I'll kill all the weeds this fall. Look at this. So you may notice that this gets a little bit more shade, but the shade is only here. Like, it goes out to here, roughly, and then for like 2 hours is when it's shaded, and then it slowly goes this way. So this is in the most shade, but it still also is hitting drought and heat. So this is all what I had before, which I overseeded with GCI turf type tall fescue, and I think that's what's not dormant right now, the spots in there. And then my downspouts right there, which you can see is nice and bright green because even the dew runs off. But this is the Jonathan Green, and I don't water it. Like I said, I don't do anything else that I don't do to this. I haven't fertilized since like early May. I fertilized all of this, and I fertilized this the same. But look at this Jonathan Green, man. I'm gonna have to, and my sod farms out here use Jonathan Green Black Beauty, and this is Black Beauty. Actually, I think it's Black Beauty Ultra, but I doubt the Kentucky Bluegrass is even alive or ever germinated in this because I didn't water it enough. But yeah, so if anybody's wondering, here in Nebraska at least, Jonathan Green Black Beauty is killing it. And just as a note, in here, before I overseeded with GCI, there was rye, there was Kentucky Bluegrass, there was not crab. I killed all the crabgrass, but look at this. Yeah, it's just terrible. Like I said, you can see all those green spots, and I'm pretty sure that's the tall fescue. And, you know, lower down, which I think is just runoff down the hill, it gets better. And then over here we got clover and crap. Okay. There it is. You can see tons of clover in here, but if you look close, and I'll find some, you can also see tons of Bermuda. So I got some crabgrass and stuff coming in here, but like, I'm not killing the weeds, but I think the Bermuda's got a little lightheaded from standing up too fast. Once it's stronger, then I'll go get some what is it? Losing connection. Let me go back to the Wi-Fi. Okay, am I connected sufficiently? Somebody update me on my connection status. You're good now, okay. But I think that Bermuda's going to fill in just fine. I did fertilize it today. I used my ProPete 1704. I still had some, so I used the rest of it. Not very much, but like I said, I'm still waiting for it to grow in. It's going to rain for the next 10 days potentially. Ooh, that's nice. Gotta take the hat off once in a while, right? Yeah, and I think it was recommended to me by Budget Lawns, and Sonny, you can hop in and let me know, but I think he said just the regular Spectracide weed killer is just fine on Bermuda. It's either Spectracide or Speed Zone. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look at his message, but that stuff's cheap. It's easy to apply. I'm gonna grab that probably. Kill off whatever weeds are in there, and then I'll have to see what's good for killing clover that's Bermuda safe. Probably way more than that's Weed Stop. Okay, Weed Stop. Spectracide Weed Stop, or is there a brand of weed killer called Weed Stop? And also I have to see if this stuff is available in my area, since everyone here is growing cool season grass, not Bermuda. So gotta find out what's actually available. But either way, I can probably order online or whatever if I have to. But yeah, that's the plan. I think in a couple weeks that's gonna be popping off. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just, you weren't here when I was telling him, but I was just telling Nate that all your guys' videos, I'm still subscribed to a bunch of people on YouTube. You know, and when I tried to leave YouTube, I unsubscribed from everyone. I unfollowed everyone on Instagram. You know, I just had a little hissy fit, right? So I had to refollow a lot of people, but I'll get notifications for videos, and then I'll go, oh yeah, I'll watch that later, and then forget. So if you do lives, normally I catch that and jump on, but it just depends. Anyway, so sorry I haven't watched it yet, Sonny. I will though. I will eventually. Anywho, that's the Bermuda update, and I wanted to stay over there longer, but I guess I don't know what's going on with my phone. It just can't stay connected to the Wi-Fi anymore. This only started happening when I switched. So I used to have Sprint, but I'm sure everyone knows T-Mobile bought Sprint. So then they sent me a T-Mobile SIM card, so I was on T-Mobile now instead of Sprint. Ever since then, my Wi-Fi has been terrible on my phone. I don't know why those impact each other, but I guess they do. That's stupid. But that's just, the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. I might need to do some update or talk to them, which I don't want to do, but I'll see what I can do manually before I have to try to talk to them. But yeah, now I can't even. I have perfect Wi-Fi if I'm not on this, and sometimes my Wi-Fi will cut out when I am on this if I'm in the garage. And I used to have perfect signal because I set up a booster on the other side of the house. So I don't know, it's stupid, whatever. And if I stay over there long enough, it'll connect to 5G and I'll be fine. But anyway, so there's the two things I updated. What I'm doing today though is, since you guys weren't here, I mowed. Oh, see you, Sonny. Have a good one, buddy. I'll watch that video. But yeah, so I just showed you guys, but I mowed that down to 1.5 inches with Toro. When I bagged, when I got done, I super cleaned it. I cleaned it the best I've ever cleaned it, and I actually used like soap and a brush and stuff, because I don't want any Bermuda to stay in that mower. So I cleaned it, cleaned the bag, cleaned everything. And then I used the real mower to get it down to 1 inch, which is where I'm going to leave it. I think 1 inch is fine. That's good. And then I also cleaned the earthwise after that. Before I did that, I used the earthwise back here, double cut. I did this way and then this way. And it's looking good. Everyone in here probably is the same people that were in here when I was explaining it the first time, so I won't go too much farther into it. But after all that, I'm going to put down liquid dethatch again, because it's been 2 weeks, and I'm also going to put down Sun KTS, which is the stress relief potassium, right? Yeah, K. Stress relief potassium from Sunnyland, and I'm also going to put down a little bit of Miners blend from Sunnyland, because I haven't put down any Miners at all in a while. So I talked to Sunnyland about the best way to apply Sun KTS, and they said 10 ounces per 1,000 once every 10 to 14 days is pretty good. I told them my area and stuff, so I have to assume they took that into account. And then Lee, I also talked to Lee of Sunnyland, and he said that would be good. But I think I confused him, because as far as he knew, I was still using the stress blend from Yard Mastery. So he's like, whoa, you're going to put it down at 10 ounces per 1,000 every 2 weeks if you're using stress blend? And I said, no, I'm not using stress blend, I'm just using this. I don't have any more stress blend. And I'm lazy, so I always forget to buy stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to put that stuff down today. I decided I'm not going to do the mechanical dethatching like I originally thought I was, because I did it once and everything just looked like complete shit when I was done. Everything's too thin. It's way too thin, so I need to let it thicken up, give it some time, give it some space. I don't think there's much thatch there anyway, because this is a fairly new lawn, and it hasn't ever gotten to the point of being super thick because, I didn't let it. And then we had super cold, and then a week later we had super hot. So there's really no time for it to catch up, and get happy. Hold on, I'm thirsty as hell. So I decided I'm not going to do mechanical dethatching until fall. If even then, since I am going to be doing aeration. And like I said, as far as I know, it doesn't take, or it does take a while for Kentucky bluegrass to get really thatchy. I know it depends on a lot of things. Vinny, what's up, dude? I know it depends on a lot of... What is that? You guys hear that? I could go check, but... Sounds like some sort of tractor or something, which, out here, it's not weird. maybe a semi. I know I got one of my neighbors over here has got a couple semis. Anywho, so I think what takes like a season or two for Kentucky bluegrass to get a bad layer of thatch, including all of the involved variables. I understand, compared to like Bermuda, which you have to scarify it at least twice a year. I should have asked that when Sonny was still here, but so I don't think I'm going to worry about dethatching mechanically. I am going to use dethatch, the liquid dethatch, ta-da, just because it's not just for getting rid of thatch, it's also for adding, you know, molasses and humic. So it's not going to be bad, right? I know that there are people, I was going to say I know, but I don't know them. But I know there are lots of people who, what is that? It's going to bother me. And they're not coming around, I wish they were. But I know there's a bunch of people that just spray plain molasses. And then of course, just plain humic. So I think it'll still be beneficial. Plus that combined with the KTS and the miners, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Yeah, it's like is there a party of semis going past the front of my house? What the hell is going on? Anyway, so Vinny, I just showed the Bermuda, but I keep losing connection when I go over there for some reason. My Wi-Fi is dumb, but whatever. Plus, it's obviously loud up there, so I'm glad I'm not. But yeah, man. All right. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, I guess I did finally figure out the best way to water. So I have these, right? These rainbirds that I put on spikes, which are broken, obviously, because, you know, you move them around, they break. But I originally was using 1.5 gallon per minute nozzles, and I was like, that's cool, but it takes a really long time. It just cut out on my end also. It just cut out, really? Alright, well, that sucks. I wonder how much it cuts out for everyone then. That's annoying. I have perfect Wi-Fi connection right now. I wonder if it's just Streamlabs. Anyway, but I wasn't getting enough water down with 1.5 gallons, so I switched it to, I put 3 gallon per minute on 2, and I'm getting a crazy good amount of water. It takes about 1 hour and 15 to get down 1/2 inch per zone, so I have to move these 4 times. But I just have them maybe 3 feet apart, so they're getting really, really good coverage over each other. There's just 2 little foot wide strips on either side of their total radius that don't get super well watered, but that's okay, because over here, that is my rock garden, so I'm not worried about it. And then on the other side, it is on the other side of the fence, so I don't care about that either. So it's getting really good coverage. But what I decided to do is, so that I stop watering extra, like in my water garden and on the other side of the fence, I'm now going to put a 2 gallon per minute nozzle on 3 of them, because if it can handle, and I don't know if this math works out, but if my water can handle 6 gallon per minute across 2 heads total, 3 gallon per minute on each head, then I would assume a 2 gallon per minute on each head would also work, because it's still 6 gallons per minute total. But again, I don't know how that math really works out. I'm not an irrigation guy. I'm not even a math guy. I'm just not really necessarily like a super smart dude, but I can recognize that. So there's that. Okay. All right, well, I'm getting to that point where I don't know what the hell else to talk about. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my kid is, I don't know if he's pretending to be a dinosaur or what. Excuse me. All right, so what are you guys doing today? I don't know what the temperatures are like across the U.S., but I was just saying here it's 80, a little below 80. Here in the shade it's like 75. Nice cool day, rained like 1/2 inch last night, unexpected. So everything's kind of cooled off, and right now it's nice, bright blue sky. It's going to be a really good day to come out and a good excuse to turn the sprinklers on for my kids, and then just say it's for the kids and then keep moving them so I can water the lawn. Although I really don't need to, so there's that. I also feel like I'm not really going to need to for the next 10 days. Hydrotain and cut on the front, about to the back. Nice, nice. Yeah, I know you just said you did. Did you cut first? Yeah, you had to have, right? I don't know why you would hydrotain and then cut, because you have to water that in. So, excuse me. Whew. Yeah, yeah. And Nate, did you do the perennial ryegrass on the front and the back, or just the front? I know I've seen some of your pictures on Instagram, but I think I've only seen the front, so I didn't know if you did both. Next video today too, sweet. So you're doing a bunch of stuff. I keep wanting to make videos, but I'm not really doing much. Like I don't even do enough to really talk about a lot in these live videos, once a week at the most. So I'm still gonna wait to do those, and probably until the fall. Just because, you know, I already talked about this. Backyard got a okay. See, I gotta check on your stuff, man. I check Instagram like once every couple days, and then I just kind of scroll and like. You feel bad, but you know. Yard looks awesome behind me. Thanks, man. That was because if you were, I can't remember, Vinny, if you were here for the last one or the one before that, but the last one I think is right after. The last one was a week after I mechanically dethatched. So, so last week. So because I mechanically dethatched 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I noticed first of all the dethatching thinned it out really bad, and just made it look terrible. I'll binge watch, exactly, Nate. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's just one day I'm gonna have like 8 hours to do nothing, so I'm gonna go, oh, cool. I'm gonna watch every video I haven't watched. Oh God, it's one problem with the shade, but the Automower, Vinny, I kept missing things in the lawn because I can't check it all day every day, and stuff falls out of trees all day. So my wife found it and said it looked like it was stuck in the middle of the lawn, and she was texting me at work, and she's like, oh, it's stuck on a big rock. I know I have a little rock garden thing here, but big rocks don't just roll out, so I don't know what happened, if some sort of animal was carrying it or what. It wasn't huge, but the way it landed in the lawn, it was sticking up enough that the blades just smacked into it. By the time I got to the blades, they were mangled, absolutely mangled. And then that happened like 3 weeks in a row, and I just didn't catch it all the time because, you know, I can't. And I had it scheduled to mow from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every single day. So it was doing a lot of mowing that I wasn't catching, and I came out here one day on one of the hottest days, like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and I noticed that the lawn just looked like complete crap. And I was like, whoa, it looks terrible. I need to water. And then I got close, and I realized that the tips of all the blades were like frayed and torn. So I changed the blades again, and then I decided, you know what, no, I'm just going to in order to ensure that this grass that I really want to survive and get healthy and nice, in order to ensure that, I am going to stop the Automower. I'm going to park it. Plus, I'm trying to sell it anyway, like I said. So I'm going to stop it, and I'm just going to use the Earthwise mower. And today I did a single cut, like, what was it? Last weekend, I guess. And then today I did a double cut. And let's take a look. I showed this already, but it's looking, I mean, I still got tons of thin spots, which that's all, I think, in my opinion, that's all bad soil and stuff. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I got some spots that could have used a triple cut, you know, like that. Let's get down here. So yeah, but in general, looks pretty good, eh? And the cut just is so much better. Like, I don't get stripes and stuff, but I also wasn't with the Automower, so it still is an improvement overall. Yeah, and I don't know if I'm gonna lose connection over here, but yeah, I'm loving it. The only thing I need to do now, 80s in Sydney. I don't know why I missed that, but but now, since I have the Bermuda on the one side, I don't know why I'm just walking and, but I'm not very good at this live stuff. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, since I have the Bermuda now. Oh yeah, check this out. It should make me think of it. The edge. I tried to do the string trimmer edging. It doesn't look amazing, but and it's super hard to do because my trimmer is like a, I don't even know. I bought it from Menards like 8 years ago. No, I haven't even been in this house 8 years. Like 6 years ago. And it was just like the most generic string trim on the planet. I don't even remember the brand, but it's made for like 4 foot tall people. It's impossible. Even just string trimming, I have to bend over like a good 1.5 to 2 foot, which kills my back. I need to get a real string trimmer, a big grown-up one. And I think I'm going to go with electric because I want electric. But I want to get one that I can switch the heads to an edger, because that Bermuda is going to creep onto the driveway, so I need to be able to take care of that. And then also I want to keep this edge really, really tight, especially if I'm real mowing. It's going to make that look even better. No matter what, edging looks better, but you know, with a real mower, it's going to look really, really good. So I need to, so I need to get some sort of edger and string trimmer combo thing. I know Cobalt, because I already have Cobalt drill. Cobalt's pretty damn good stuff. I know Cobalt makes them, and that's close to me in Lowe's. And then Home Depot, I think they have Toro Electric, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to look around and find out my best option. But if you guys use an electric edger slash trimmer, let me know what you prefer. And I also need to get a speed, what do I call it? Speed filler, a speed head, you know, where you can quickly refill it, because that's the biggest reason that I normally don't string trim, is because the line is just such a huge pain in the ass to refill. I just hate it, and I'm too lazy to do it. So if I can get one that's like a speed head, then I think I saw, was it Pest and Lawn Ginger or Lawn Whisperer? Could have been both. Last year they showed one off. I think it was Pest and Lawn Ginger, because he went to like a local lawn care store and was showing off a bunch of products. Excuse me. But that was dope. I have a Heart. Oh yeah, Heart. I keep forgetting about Heart. I know Lawn Guardian, he showed off Heart stuff last year when it was like new, and that's like Walmart's brand name stuff. But isn't it also just made by, like, who's it made by? I don't remember, but it's like just a different name. Just like how Insignia at Best Buy, that's just Panasonic. I love mine. All right, well, I'm gonna have to check that out, especially because just how tall are you, Vinny? And how tall is that compared to you? Like, do you have to bend over a lot to do it? If you don't want to tell me how tall you are, that's fine. But I'm interested to be able to compare. And of course, I'll go and hold it and stuff, whatever. But yeah, so that's something I need to do for sure. Milwaukee. What? Milwaukee what? I thought you said Heart. Or is the speed feed head Milwaukee? Or are you telling me to get Milwaukee? 5'8", and I'm assuming you probably don't have to bend over a lot to use it. Seems like most of those are made or initially designed for people between like 5'8" and 5'10", which I guess is pretty all-encompassing for your average person in America. Not just man, but just average person. And of course they want to make something for the average person. It makes sense. Excuse me. Ooh. Anywho, I forgot what I was talking about, and I'm basically done not talking that much anyway. So once Vinny, once you reply, then we'll talk more about it, I guess. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff I want to do, but I can't do most of it. But like I said, this fall I'm going to get I don't know if I'm gonna rent an aerator or if I'm gonna have somebody come and aerate. It's about the same price. Heart is made, oh, that's right, okay. I was thinking it was made by Ego, but that wouldn't make sense since I don't think Ego's an American company, are they? Heart, sorry. Perfect length for you? Okay. So then, because I'm 6'1", so I would only have to really bend over a little tiny bit, but I'll have to check it out. Hey Matt, what's up, dude? Perfect timing. I was about to wrap this up, but welcome. And hey Matt, just a heads up, since you were talking about an automower, if you have trees in your lawn, I would either recommend not using an automower, or make sure you are prepared to change the blades like at least once a week. I was just telling these guys that I had to park it. It's been parked for about 2.5 weeks now because I kept hitting sticks and kept hitting nuts that squirrels dropped, and kept hitting other stuff that just was getting like in the lawn, like rocks and stuff. And the blades were dulling, and I had to change them like once a week, and the leaf blades were just getting torn to crap. So the lawn was looking horrible, especially with the heat and the drought, or the dryness, not the drought. I know technically that's accurate, but you know what I mean. So I had to park it because it just wasn't performing. So I switched to the reel mower, the Earthwise. So heads up, if you are looking to get a reel mower, keep that in mind if you do have trees or rock beds or whatever, and you have it mowing every day. It's hard to keep up to checking the lawn, so heads up to anybody else. But it's looking good now. I'm sure you can see behind me, except for like here, which doesn't really look good. Anyway, you guys missed the Bermuda update, but if I go over there, then it'll cut out. My connection will. So I'm not going to. So you can just, I guess, watch the video later or something. I don't know. Anywho, I don't know what else to talk about, guys, and I keep promising myself I'm going to stop with the 45, 60-minute lives, because it gets to the point where I don't know what to talk about, and then I'm just starting to blab about everything ever. And even I find that annoying. Oh, you don't have trees? Okay, then yeah. If you are interested in an automower still, then yeah, you probably won't have a problem. Because normally they recommend that if you have like 4,000 to 5,000 square feet and you have it mow every day, then you need to replace your blades every 3 to 5 weeks, depending on your grass type. Kentucky bluegrass is closer to 4 or 5 weeks. Tall fescue is closer to 3 or 4 weeks. So like last year, I don't know how I kept up with it so well, but last year I see a reflection of a vehicle, but I don't see the vehicle. Last year, when I had it mowing this Kentucky bluegrass back here at like 2 inches, I don't know how I kept up with it so well, but it was beautiful, beautifully cut. This right here is dethatch. I used it 2 weeks ago. First let me wrap that up. I don't know what I did last year. I only had to change the blades once every 4 weeks, and the cut was beautiful. And now this year I've had to change the blades. Over the last 6 weeks I had to change them 5 times. And then I changed them and parked it. So now it's ready to go, whatever, but I'm probably not going to be using it the rest of the summer. But what I'm doing today, since you weren't here for that, is 2 weeks ago I mechanically dethatched and then I liquid dethatched, and now I've decided, because the grass is so thin, because I've just not been doing awesome stuff this year with it, I'm deciding to not do the mechanical dethatching until it's thickened up. And even then I don't really need to, but I do want to put down dethatch because it's not just a dethatcher, it also has humic and molasses. So I think the yeast in it is what actually breaks down the thatch. I think it's a combination of the molasses and the yeast. But the molasses will be good for the soil either way, the microbes as well as the humic. And I'm also going to be putting down Sunnyland Sun KTS for the stress relief, as well as Sunnyland Liquid Micros. Putting that down today, and then in 2 weeks I'm going to do the same thing. I don't think I'll have any more micros, which is fine, because I can always put down feature in there too. Yeah, so yeah, I got detach. Ta-da! Water on it. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, cool. Well, unless anybody else wants to talk about anything, I think it's time for me to wrap it up so I don't get too annoying. You know, save some for later, right? So I'll give it a minute, see if anybody else has anything else they want to talk about, or any questions or whatever. No? Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm probably going to do another live next weekend, depending on if it's raining or whatever, because I really want to see how that Bermuda is going to go over the next week. As far as I've seen, in a week, that's a lot of time for Bermuda to do something, because last week I'll show you, God, I can't even talk. Last week I showed you guys the Bermuda, and there was like a couple patches here and there, and it was at the most a half-inch tall. The highest stuff. And today, and when I mowed, I was noticing, oh, it's cool, Nate, it's cool. You're tired of your cool season grass? Well, I mean, the Bermuda's gonna work. It's working now. I just don't know if it'll survive the winter. And of course, I think it's gonna depend on the winter. But, cause like this past winter, it was not that cold, but we got tons of snow, way more snow than we've gotten the past couple of years. Here anyway, in this specific area. And then last winter was just like brutally cold. So every winter is different, right? But speaking of how fast Bermuda grows, like I said last week, the tallest I saw was half-inch. Today, the tallest I saw was 1.5 inches. So in a week, it's gonna grow a lot. Anyway, yep, it's a wrap. You're right. I got stuff I can talk to you guys about next week. It's fine. It's fine to wrap up here. So thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't have more to show you or more to talk about. I'm going to adjust my Wi-Fi a little bit more next time so I can get more range out of it, or adjust my phone to see what I can do to get better connection over by the Bermuda so I can show you that, or just simply turn off my Wi-Fi altogether and just go full 5G. It's fine. It works out. But yeah, I'm also going to keep real mowing back here, so hopefully I'll be able to have some good cool looking stripes, maybe some just awesome results to show you. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. But I will catch you guys next week. It's great to see you guys too. See ya.